In the high-stakes chess game of NBA team building, finding the king is half the battle. For the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson might be the king they've been searching for. In the swirling madness of NBA trades, drafts, and free agency, crafting a winning strategy around a talent like Brunson involves a mix of smart acquisitions, nurturing young talent, and making bold decisions. To truly understand the remarkable impact Jalen Brunson's had on the New York Knicks, one must dive deep into the team's recent history and the significance of the point guard role. Since the late 1990s, when team owner James Dolan inherited the Knicks from his father, the founder of Cablevision, the team has faced significant challenges. A glaring gap at the point guard position symbolized the broader issue of leadership that plagued both the locker room and the front office, contributing to a period marked by turmoil and decline. Enter Jalen Brunson. At 27 years old, Brunson isn't just turning the Knicks into a competitive force. He's reviving the spirit and aspirations of a fan base wearied by years of disappointment. Born to Rick Brunson, a former third-string point guard for the Knicks, and a player known for his grit and defensive prowess, Jalen has inherited his father's tenacity, but carries with him the ambitions of a champion, shaped by the shadows of his father's unsuccessful attempt to clinch the 1999 finals. Jalen grew up in the orbit of the Knicks' last significant era, frequently seen at team practices clinging to his father, under the watchful eyes of then-assistant coach Tom Thibodeau and agent Leon Rose. His connection to the team runs deep, mirroring the hopes once placed on Stephen Marbury, another local hero who ultimately left the team under a cloud. Unlike Marbury, Brunson has not only embraced his role as the prodigal son returning to elevate his hometown team, but also surpassed expectations. Brunson's approach of performance is somewhat different from the ideal current guards. He uses great footwork, excellent basketball IQ, and creative counters to shine on the floor, instead of just depending on pure athleticism. After the death of his teammate and fellow All-Star Julius Randle, who pushed him to bear more of the team's offensive load and increase his assists to improve the overall performance of the club, his skills have become even more vital. Brunson broke the Knicks' postseason scoring record by hitting 47 points in a pivotal Game 4 triumph against the 76ers, so guiding the squad to a 3-1 series lead in his first season with the club. Brunson's leadership has been crucial in helping a squad made up of late first-year and second-year draft picks to be cohesive and now focused on a finals appearance. Inspired by Brunson's climb, they're collectively playing some of the finest basketball of their careers. Brunson's commitment makes it seem like he's been woven into the fabric of New York basketball for 10 years, even though it's only his second year sporting the Knicks colors. His on the court reminds me of legendary Knicks events like Allen Houston's game-winning shot or Larry Johnson's incredible four-point play. One is reminded of the thrill of Kristaps Porzingis' stay with the team, and the anguish when word leaked of Kevin Durant signing with the competing Brooklyn Nets when seeing him play. Every game, every play, Jalen Brunson represents hope for the Knicks. A dream long yearned by supporters and a promise of a better future for the team. Jalen Brunson's powerful performance in the 2023 NBA playoffs firmly established him as the New York Knicks' leading scorer and primary architect for the team's future success. He continued to thrive as the team's primary option, showcasing his prowess during a memorable 2024 playoff campaign. Over 13 postseason games, Brunson dazzled fans and foes alike, averaging a stellar 32.4 points and 7.5 assists per game, demonstrating his ability and resilience under pressure. Throughout the playoffs, Brunson not only consistently scored high, reaching 40 points in 5 separate games, but also dished out at least 6 assists in 10 of those games. His ability to perform at such a high level was particularly impressive, given the variety of defensive strategies employed against him. For instance, the 76ers intensified their defense by assigning taller players like Kelly Oubre Jr., who's 6'7", and 6'8" Nicholas Batum to guard him. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers presented a different challenge by deploying smaller defenders who exerted pressure with a full-court press, aiming to exhaust Brunson physically. Despite these challenges, Brunson's playoff run was not without its hurdles. He battled through a right foot injury early in the second round, and even sustained a fracture in his left hand during the critical Game 7. These physical setbacks, coupled with the immense responsibility he shouldered, led to a noticeable dip in his shooting efficiency as the playoffs progressed. This dip underscores the need for the Knicks to devise strategies to alleviate some of the burden from Brunson's shoulders, which would likely help his performance metrics rebound. The sustainability of Brunson carrying such a heavy offensive load became a growing concern, especially as injuries plagued several other Knicks players. Brunson ended up playing extensive minutes and recorded a league-high usage rate of 36.4%. Notably, his offensive efforts mostly involved creating shots under pressure, as he seldom had opportunities to shoot off the catch, which added to the physical and strategic demands placed upon him. The absence of Julius Randle, another key player, certainly compounded the pressure on Brunson. While Randall has shown solid performance during the regular season, his contributions in the playoff have been underwhelming, raising questions about whether he's the ideal secondary option or right-wing man for Brunson. This situation highlights a critical area for the Knicks to address in the offseason: the acquisition of another dynamic shot creator. The Knicks are at a crossroads and must strategically decide on their next move. The ideal addition would be a player who can not only carry the offensive load when Brunson's resting, but also fit alongside him. This player would need to bolster the team's defensive capabilities and possess a strong ability to spot up from beyond the arc. Such a player would not only diversify the Knicks' offensive strategies, but also provide Brunson with the necessary support to optimize his talents and endure through the grilling NBA schedule. Especially during the playoffs, the New York Knicks have shown remarkable depth and strategic ability in building a roster that really shines. This was shown in the Knicks postseason, where several guys stepped up in every game, and the bench depth took front stage. 6 Knicks players remarkably averaged double-figure scoring across the playoffs, underscoring the team's all-around defensive strength. With his three-point shooting an average of 11.5 rebounds per game, Josh Hart proved to be a revelation from beyond the arc, beyond expectations. Dante DiVincenzo also made notable contributions. He scored 2 outstanding conference semifinal performances above 35 points. DiVincenzo's skill went beyond just scoring. In Game 2 of the first round, he nailed what might have been the most important shot of the Knicks season, highlighting his capacity for under-pressure delivery. OG Anunoby's performance was quite outstanding. Anunoby, who excels as a two-way player, was a great addition to the playoff plan, since he's shown offensive efficiency and defensive strength. With a steady presence on the floor, Isaiah Hartenstein guided all players in offensive rebounds during the first 2 playoff rounds. For the Knicks, his ability to rule the boards and provide vital buckets was very crucial. Miles McBride showed dependability off the bench, adding vitality and good playmaking to support the Knicks' rotations. His efforts brought attention to the depth and adaptability of the Knicks bench, a value that's proved quite important in demanding playoff campaigns. The Knicks must make important decisions as the summer draws closer, especially with relation to their free agents. Anunoby and Hartenstein are scheduled to reach free agency without restriction. Given their significant influence on both sides of the court, the Knicks will depend critically on keeping these 2 players. The Knicks' postseason triumphs have been greatly aided by their skills and contributions. Hence, acquiring their talents for next seasons will be vital, since the team wants to keep its path towards title contention. Maintaining this core group of players for the Knicks is not only about preserving the team's present competitive advantage, it's also about investing in a future built on the strong basis laid over the few playoff runs past. Maintaining this united squad will help the Knicks improve their chemistry and hone their plans, therefore bringing them closer to the ultimate goal of winning an NBA title. So that's all the time we have today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon on your way out. See you next time.